Hello, how are you? I hope you are doing well. It's a beautiful day. It's Friday, you know, dressed in one of my, old outfits and stuff. And I remember this outfit when I went to see the newly Emir of Katsina State then, when he just got enrolled and turban and crowned as the new Emir of Katsina State. I was there in this outfit. I wore this outfit and I was in Katsina to go and see and greet and pay homage with my mom, my mom's brother, elder brother, they were friends and stuff and what have you. So it's another beautiful day. Let's try to make the best of it. The spice, you see, my spice that I put in my mixture and stuff keeps me all fabulously going and sane. It's good for you to eat well and drink up well. And then I have me a bowl of pasta, Kano pasta. Kano people like pasta, so today I'm doing Kano people since they're the majority of the followers, and most of the time I went checking on the activities and the places that I even least expected, even India. It's quite amazing. It's a global world, and we keep striving to make the best of it. And this, who knows this, you can write the name under. My tea has no creamer, nothing. I'm doing this. I think it's nice. Northern delicacy. And then later on, I'm having me just some chips. It's all good. You keep it real, keep it pushing, keep it going. Everyone is on earth to be inspired in a positive way. Don't go chasing negativity. Try your possible best to stay on the right track, because you lose it. At the end of the day, you have a 0-0 win. So try your possible best to make the best with your life and time. It's very important you get it together. Happy Friday to all the beautiful people out there. It's nice. Feels good. The weather is good. And let's talk some serious things. Good morning, Ya Umusa. Good morning, Abdul Salam Abakar. Aisha Gombiru Bello. Dang Bahari. Jibril Sule. Good morning to all the beautiful people out there. Let me use a spoon to try and get a big scoop. It has vegetables in it. I put a lot of cabbage. I made it yesterday actually, so I'm eating my leftover. I love eating leftovers. I just keep it real. It's good for you to just keep it real. It's very important, so you don't lose it. So you don't lose it. I forgot to share some of my recipes. I like it a little bit spicy. Maybe one of these days, maybe, just maybe, I'll take you around to see how I prepare my food and stuff. I put love into preparing my food. I love preparing my food. It's like having a me relationship, or having an earthy relationship, kind of. And I love cooking for people that I feel like they deserve it, not just all kinds of things, because sometimes people just take you for granted, so you have to watch it and keep it pushing. I got me some pearls. These are saltwater pearls. They have freshwater pearls. These are all pearls and stuff, and then some jewelry, some nice jewelry. Sometimes it's good for you to do things for yourself to keep it going. Bismillah, for all the people saying that I don't call them to Bismillah. Bismillah. There's no way I can share over the... I can share, you know. It has carrots. It has carrots and stuff, you know. Onions and what have you. And I diced the meat into smaller pieces and stuff. I was in Niger at one time, and I went to visit the wife of late Saad Bori. I had it on my show. I used to have an Entertainment Africa, and I remember they diced the meat. They diced their meat little, so every bite you have, you know. And I was eating this tuwo because I love tuwo, and with dry okra. So each swallow you have a meat. Each swallow you have 2 or 3 meats, you know, and it was delicious. I loved it. But as you grow older, you have to cut down on your cholesterol intake, so you move faster because your metabolism will slow down and what have you. So you need to watch it. You need to be into the healthy stuff aspect of life. So today I'm going to be discussing the illnesses in our society that it's still ongoing. The sad passing of this person in Kwantagora from the royal family. May his soul rest in peace. And what we need to do as humans to still put some things in place. We, the youths, we have more of the largest share, even though we don't have the will and the authority in some places to express ourselves, but we have to do our best to make sure that we protect what will endanger us in the future, because most of these activities are carried out by youths. Most of this good and bad things are carried out by youth, because those are the ones with high level of energy. So we have to do all it takes to make sure that we continue to enlighten and motivate people to stay on the right track, because, you know, a lot of things are happening, a lot of evil, a lot of sick minds and stuff. So when people come online, they keep wondering what, you know, what you do with videos like this. You enlighten people to give them inspiration. There are some people still doubting whether to go into criminality or still remain resolute on their ways of doing things. So criminality is the most horrific act of indecent humanity. Conduct, inhumane conduct, I mean. And people that do it don't always end well. Even after you have asked them for forgiveness, you still have a miserable ending. So it's better you just don't go into it. You know, people believe that when you go in doing bad things, and then you can do some years or some time doing bad, and then you have your time to ask God for forgiveness, you know. In the first place, why should you do things like that, you know, on your own conscience? It's not by mistake or by accident, you know. So these are things, the morality in our society, you know. And then we support illnesses, you know. We say if it doesn't happen to us, it's none of our business, but it's happening, you know. And it's changing the dynamics of people and how people relate. It's making people more, you know, violent, more sick, mentally sick. And then we have leaders sometimes who lack compassion or passion or the godly will to do certain things. And there are some who want to do this. They have passion, compassion, and they want to do things to make their people better, but they are surrounded by the demonic set of, you know, people who clinch into their cycle and make it very difficult for someone with a brilliant mind or intelligent mind to penetrate, you know. And then they continue nurturing the evil and making the person feel like he's doing great, you know, and anyone that's going to penetrate to tell him it's evil, you know. So it's just the cycle of their own negative energy, and people always shaming the person that is in charge. So we must do our possible best to make sure that we activate our conscience in whatever position that we find ourselves, you know. Then in the northern region, people don't always sell things, rotten things, and mix it with fresh things. But now people will still call God and still sell garbage to you while convincing you that it's a beautiful thing, you know. So, you know, we have come a long way. how it has, you know, it has spread its own negativity to our own environment. And it's the same us that we're going to do our best to make sure that we fix it. People sometimes get bored hearing the same thing, but you look at yourself. When horrible things happen to you, how will you feel? You know, it's like someone saying that he was crying wolf, 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 and he pretends that a wolf is here, and then the wolf wasn't there, and then when he was actually crying wolf, the wolf wasn't there. So it's like exactly, ironically, what people are watching. They are watching, they're pretending like it's the wolf is never going to come to them, and when it comes to them, they will cry for help, and the help it's not going to be there because they haven't motivated the society to do the right things, to put things in place to inspire each other, to watch out for your brothers and sisters. You know, you see certain things, people looking for help, trying to do things, you know, the humanity is dead. You know, the humanity only revives itself when it comes to money. Everything is not about money. No matter how rich you are, I always repeat it, your money cannot be the one that's going to make a human being to bury you. You know, you're being buried because of humanity, because it's decent to bury someone that has lived a life on earth, that used to voice out, that used to be active, that used to be a life body, that used to interact and do many things, and today he has no life or she has no life. And then the decent thing is to pray to make sure that you go back to your maker in decency, and they bury you in decency, not because you're paying them. You don't even know who is going to bury you, and that should inspire you to do good when you're alive. You know, I'm not here preaching, I'm here just trying to, you know, get the realistic thoughts into motion, because some people are so heartless. You know, they only see money as God, you know, and we have gotten to the stage that, you know, psychologically, you know, youths are being bought, their souls are being bought, you know. So we have this gap of manipulation, that some people are being deceived, and that's why we have this high crime. You know, you can go and organize all kinds of contracts, evil contracts and stuff, and then we see all kinds of horrible things, and then we are here, oh, rest in peace, you know, may your soul rest in peace, this, that, you know. When you can also inspire someone, you hear someone saying that, you know, in any transaction I will do to make sure that I get this thing, I get that, then you have to start talking to the person, intervention. You know, no, you know, guy, you know, you have to tone it down. You can't just say everything. You know, there's blessed money, there's evil money. Evil money doesn't always last long. It doesn't give you peace. Blessed money gives you peace, no matter how small, no matter how big. You know, sometimes you're lucky to get it big, sometimes you're lucky to get it small. You know, you must learn to have contentment. People claim to have religion, but the amount of crime that we have around the religious people, you know, it's sad. And crime has no, you know, crime does not, you know, crime doesn't, you know, it's not specified into just one religion or one culture. Crime is crime. You know, I was watching a video and I had a woman saying that she was beat up, all her eyeballs and sockets were all red and stuff. It looks like a makeup, but it's not a makeup. And then you have like about 4 people on there, and they were discussing, and this, she's an Igbo lady, and she was being kidnapped, and she narrowly escaped, you know, at their own region. And then when in the mix, she kept giving all the stories and stuff. In the mix, she was mentioning that one Alhaji was saying that he wants breasts, you know, and an eyeball and something, all the some parts of the body parts and stuff, and he wants it to be brought to him. And they were negotiating price, and he was saying 3 million. They said 4 million, and then he said 3 million. It's so disgusting, but at the same time, just because she mentioned Alhaji, that doesn't mean all tribes don't go into that kind of dirty ways. All tribes, all religion, they are all into crime. Crime, it's all in the character of that specific person who desire or who feels like, you know, the duty to do evil, you know, is a choice. Whether you make a good choice or a bad choice is just the amount of time. Either you're being caught doing good, or you're being caught doing bad. So regardless whether you mention Alhaji or not, rituals that, like the last time, it was this Calabar boy and his family, you know, Calabar man with his family. that they killed this girl and they sell body parts. So it's like a trend of evil, like a cult or something, a dark force and stuff. And it has to do with youths selling their souls, being contacted to do all this dirty evil, both the insecurity, but all the mess, you know. And then you see it on social media, you see it on news, you know, and you keep wondering, you know, you keep wondering, body parts, yes, body parts, you know, the same transaction. And I was thinking maybe it's illegal migration, because illegal migration also, they do it, you know, when you're going for greener pasture. You know, they do it. They do organ trafficking, organ harvesting, and what have you. And then in your own states, in your own regions too, they also do it. So you have to be vigilant. You also have to contribute, you know, to making your environment better. Don't say, oh, because she mentioned allergy. No, they don't. They do it. There was one time, may his soul rest in peace, Aminaofafrica. I called him. I was so bitter, you know, because he was a judge of Sokoto State one time before he became Minister of Youth, and then he also then became the Northwest chairman for APC, and we're all together, and we used to rub minds and stuff. Very humble person and very intelligent. And I was like, what happened to that little 3-year-old boy that went and they allowed him with sugar cane, and they gushed out his eyeballs and stuff, and he was on news, and he still did not get justice. And I just called may his soul rest in peace, Aminaofafrica, and I was like, why didn't you do your best to make sure that those people are being put in bars, or they are being lynched and stuff like that by the system? You shouldn't allow those people. And then he started explaining, you know, and I was like, oh my God, you know, I wish we can do something, you know, it's not okay. They should try and raise, you know, monies. And then he's in secondary school by then, you know, and I was just thinking things. So it happens everywhere, you know, when people want to make fast money, they want to involve the devil, they want to do all kinds of things. That's why you need to ask questions, and you need to motivate people to work hard. There's no thing as easy life. Even living a life by itself is not easy, because you have to eat, you have to wash up, you have to go to the restroom. Either you do number 1 or number 2, you know. You have to, you know, you have to do a lot of things. You have to look for the food you have to eat. Living a life, even if you're a billionaire, living a life has never been easy. So make your mind up and know that you have to work hard to make sure that you live decently, because it says in my religion that even cleaning up yourself and taking good care of yourself is like a jihad, meaning you are doing the same things that you can keep yourself. Jihad is about doing the godly thing. It's not doing the evil thing, you know. So it's because of corruption, religious corruption, things have changed. You know, things have changed. People just patch up things and do things differently. So let's do our best to make sure that we are just and fair to ourselves, and then we contribute to the society positively. I try my possible best to inspire people so that they will be able to do their best contributing to their society. If this is the first time you're watching my videos, I just hope you're inspired to do even little for your people and for yourself, so that we can make the environment better, because it's becoming more vicious. You might take it for granted, but one day it might be you, it might be someone that you love, you know. But inspiring people to do things, one day you might even get saved by the people you have inspired, you know. So try your possible best to give your positive energy to the society. You know, sometimes it gets boring, but the inspiration will inspire your soul to do right and godly by God's will, you know, and we should be better, you know. So that's just about it. It's sad that you see young people die in a miserable way, you know, and you see a lot of horrible things, you know, a lot of horrible things happening. It's sad. It's just sad, you know, from rape to kidnapping to bandit to terror, you know. It's just there, you know, and then to internet fraud, you know, Yahoo, you know. So these are things that I was worried about, and I'm talking about it. May the Lord that we worship continue to protect us. Do your best. Don't come preaching and doing godly things and then you're doing evil. You know, do your best to make sure that you inspire and you live your life in the most beautiful and fabulous way. Peace to you and your family. You can share. Leave your comments. Let's interact. Let's find ways and solutions around our regions to make our life better, to make us grow. Growth is the beauty of life. If you lack growth in whatever dimension, you need to move your energy. You know, you need to grow mentally, emotionally, and physically. It's very important. You know, growth does not necessarily has to be money, but yes, sometimes material things adds up to it. Growth is very important. Growth, it gives you decency, respect, inner happiness, inner contentment, inner many things, you know. Growth within, it's fabulous. So keep it together. Peace to you and your family. Bye bye.